Hi, it's Kwesi Millington here, your speech and presentations coach. And today we're going to talk about business presentation tips. Now, when it comes to business presentations, what I find when I coach presenters that are in the corporate environment, especially, is that they think they just have to present their information and they don't have to add any entertainment. I like to think of it as edutainment, entertainment and education. So think of how you can bring a little bit of flair into your presentations. Use what I call the LIP technique, LIPP, to make your presentations stand out. Here we go. L is for levity. Remember this, when you can bring the unexpected into your presentation, something that people aren't expecting to see or hear, it will make you stand out and it will drive your point home that much better. The founder of Toastmasters, Ralph Smedley, once said, "We learn best in periods of enjoyment." I think that's an indirect quote. I'm not quoting him directly, but he said we learn best when we enjoy as we learn. So think of ways that you can bring something light into your presentation, even talking about current events, what's going on in the media that relates to your presentation, a short story that is from your own life that brings a bit of levity or laughter, something light into your speech to keep your audience engaged, to keep the people in your room with you so they don't just think, okay, we're gonna get more technical information. Bring some levity into your speech. I is for interaction. A lot of times people think that you have to save interaction or getting involved with your crowd or your group of people for a workshop or something where it's training or hands-on. You can do that in a presentation. You can have a quick, just tell me a time when you did this, or can you think of a time when this happened, or raise your hand if this happened. Something that brings interaction into your presentation. It doesn't have to be just you spewing out information. Think of ways to involve your audience so it makes it an interactive experience. P is for parables. I use the word parables, it's from the Bible. It just means stories. There is a verse in the Bible that says Jesus only spoke in parables, and whether you're religious or not is irrelevant. The bottom line is we remember best through stories. We remember best when we hear stories. So think of wrapping up the points that you want to make, at least a couple of them, in the form of a story, whether it's a success story from someone you've helped that's used your technology or your resource or your system that you're trying to talk about. Take technical information and wrap it up into a story that's relatable to your audience. They'll remember it and they'll remember what you're trying to get them to act on. And finally, put it on them. That's the last P. Put it on them. What do I mean by that? When you speak to your audience about what you want them to do, tell them what you want them to do. And a lot of times we think we're doing that. We're giving suggestions saying you could do this, or this is what is best if we do. Let's follow this direction. Put it on them directly. My past career was as a police officer, and people say we don't like to be told what to do. But the bottom line is people like someone to give them direction, to tell them this is what you need to do. Go do this specifically. So put it on your audience, challenge them, say, you know what, this is what we're going to do going forward, and leave here today and do this. Give them something very specific to do when they leave your presentation, and put a timeline on it. Say in the next week, let's do this. Put it back on your audience, put it back on them to take action immediately. A lot of times, if we don't ask people to take action right away, they never will. So remember the LIP technique. Remember these 4 elements to making your business presentations more interesting. It will make you stand out, and it will make your business presentation stand out as well. These are 4 tips that are going to help you when you're preparing your next speech or presentation. If you want coaching, I'll leave a link below. Also, if you have any comments, let me know what you think, if this was helpful to you, and share it, of course, if you think someone else can benefit.